Well, good morning from the forepeak, or let's say the master cabin on Snow Goose, where I'm doing some painting. And as you can see, some of the painting here, some of the paint work is pretty tired. It's sort of cracking and peeling off, and it needs attention. So what I do is I end up going with my Festool sander, my orbital sander. And this is a DTSC 400 connected to a vacuum, and that way there's absolutely no dust when I'm working, and it's all extracted, so it's wonderful. It's good for me, and it's good for the cabin and for the whole boat. So I sand it all down very carefully, and as you can see here, this has already been sanded, and these are the patches that were cracked and sort of peeling a little bit. So with a 180 grit paper, the Granat, which Festool makes, it does a beautiful job. It takes it all down. Next step is to grab some of the de-waxer and surface prep from Total Boat and give it a good wipe and get all the dust off. You know, I sometimes will use my vacuum if I need to. If it gets in little crevices, I've got a small little, a little battery operated vacuum cleaner, which is an absolute saver. So then the next step after that is to apply Zinzer's bin primer, and this everybody says is the best stuff out there for this type of work. And I have tried one section in the head, this lower section, the white panel. I did that without the primer and just rolled on the paint, and it didn't work. So I'm going to sand it down, put primer on, and do it again. And then the two top sections, the smaller sections, and here, I primed it and then I painted it, and it came out perfectly. What am I using as the final paint? I'm using Interlux's Bright Side. It's a polyurethane paint or an oil paint, and the finish is superb, and it dries pretty quickly, and it looks great. So that I apply with a roller, and I use these. Wiz makes these premium sponge, rollers for ultra smooth surfaces, it says on the packaging. So this is the little kit that I use. No fluff, no roller, just foam, and I mean, it goes on beautifully. And today I'm going to put the final coat of Interlux's Bright Side. And this color is called Hatteras Off-White, so it's a little bit, obviously, off-white. It's got a little bit of a touch of beige to it or whatever. My wife would criticize me for the way I say that. The trick is not to have too much paint on the roller and also not too little, so it's the happy medium. I did a lot of research trying to find the right paint to paint these bulkheads and these walls in this cabin, because obviously it's really important to have a nice look. I did tests in my workshop with all kinds of various different paints, and the Interlux Bright Side was definitely the winner. Even though it's glossy, a high gloss paint is very difficult to hide any little blemishes. So, but I thought I'd just give it a go because the color was nice and the finish is nice, and I'm pretty happy with how it's coming out. And we're almost there. Always get you pick up stuff, who knows where it comes from. Worthwhile just picking it out. I think we're there. I think that's it. I hope you approve. Job is done.